The central part of the Aesperia map is called the Tower of Fantasy, but is not signed as an area to complete. Despite this, inside it you can find 60 world explorations. For the first, start from the central right side of the map. To be precise, from the only space rift you will find here. From where, go slightly to the right and get on top of the broken road. From the broken part then, jump on top of the pipes to the left. From the higher part then, jump on top of the upper rod. Now turn around and from the guardrail use the jetpack in order to get on top of the building. Close to the higher overhanging you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to loot. Now turn to the left and follow the lower passage till its end. Now climb the building wall using the extrusions to recover your stamina. Keep climbing up until you will reach the roof, then go to the left between the trees. From here you have to jump down and using the jetpack slow down your fall. This will allow you to find close to the building in mid-air a gold nucleus to collect. While falling down, turn around and check the building on the left. On the right side from the blue part you will notice a tiny passage between the buildings. Use it in order to get behind the building, from where you will be able to get on top of its roof easily. Once up here, proceed further and climb on top of the higher part. In the middle of which you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal the next black nucleus to loot. For the next location, turn around and jump down to the left. From the lower roof, reach the right corner and jump down toward the overhanging where you will notice a blue plant. Now turn around and reach the left side of the building. Here between the foundation pieces you will find a blue creature you have to pick up that next you have to throw inside the blue plant in order to be rewarded with a black nucleus. On the left side of the plant you will notice another one on top of the other overhanging you have to reach. Close to it you will find a blue creature to toss inside the plant in order to be rewarded with another black nucleus. For next, turn to the left and reach the end of the overhanging, from where you have to jump toward the dandelion you will notice in the distance and you have to attack it in order to remove its dandelion heads. Now attack the dandelion heads and inside one of them you will find a black nucleus. At this point, climb on top of the closest mountain wall. Then proceeding further you will find a blue plant. Before reaching it, you will notice some boulders on the ground and you have to go to the left from them in order to find the blue creature to pick up. Now toss it inside the blue plant in order to be rewarded with a black nucleus. For the next location, turn to the left and reach the ruined skyscraper. On the left side of it, on top of a road, you will find a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain the next black nucleus. Now turn around and start climbing the wall on the right side from the cylindrical structure. This part of the wall will have many extrusions that will allow you to recover your stamina. Use this advantage in order to reach the roof. In the middle of it you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to be able to loot another black nucleus. At this point, reach the tree you will find here and climb over the wall. By jumping down from the building, in the central part of the green area below you will find a dandelion to destroy in order to obtain a black nucleus. Here you will find a metallical structure and you have to start climbing the wall on its left. Reach the second extrusion, then use it in order to go along the building to the left. After the second turn to the right, look to the left and jump toward the blue wall of the next building. Climb up using the small extrusions in order to recover your stamina until you will reach the roof. Up here, climb on top of the central higher part, then turn to the right. Use the jetpack in order to reach the higher part of the previous building, then get on top of the extrusion. Keep climbing up until reaching the ceiling. Now go to the left, staying along the building wall until reaching a blue area. After recovering your stamina, keep climbing up until reaching the roof. On the right side of it you will find a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain a black nucleus. Turning around, on top of this roof you will find another wall you have to climb on top of. Up here, reach the left bush and jump down from here. Use the jetpack in order to slow down your fall, because in mid-air, not far from the building, you will find a gold nucleus to collect. Keep going down until reaching the central part of the lower overhanging, where you will notice a mushroom puzzle. To solve it further away from the boulders, you have to jump on top of the smaller mushroom. Then go back toward the previous one. From here turn to the left and jump on top of the last small mushroom. Next on top of the closest big one, followed by the other big one on the left. To conclude, on the right you have to jump on top of the last bigger mushroom. As a result, in the central part between the mushrooms will spawn a black nucleus that now you can loot. From here now you have to proceed toward the floating island, then turn to the left. This will allow you to find, surrounded by some boulders, a dandelion you have to destroy in order to collect the next black nucleus. Now reach the end of the overhanging going toward the floating island. Immediately after jumping down, you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to be able to loot the next black nucleus. At this point reach the blue plant in the opposite side of this hill. From its location turn to the left and between the bushes close to the mountain wall you will find a blue creature you have to pick up. Then throw it inside the blue plant in order to be rewarded with a black nucleus. For the next location go back to the central right part of the map. To be precise, you have to use again the only space rift of the location. On the left from the space rift you have to jump over the fence. A few steps after you will be able to find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to be able to collect a black nucleus. For the next location go slightly to the right toward the two trees near the road. Close to the left tree you will find a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain another black nucleus. For the next location, turn around and reach the support of the road. In front of it you will find a small cave you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to melt down the frontal part. This also will reveal a gold nucleus that now you can loot. Now turn to the left and reach the small passage between the buildings. Climb the central wall in order to reach the left extrusion. Then use this left wall in order to get on top of the right overhanging. From here you have to keep climbing the wall until finding another extrusion on the left where you will be able to recover your stamina. Use the previous wall in order to keep climbing up until you will reach the lower roof on the left. In the central part of the roof you will find a blue plant and you have to climb on top of the small roof slightly to the right. Up here you will find a blue creature you have to pick up in order to throw it inside the blue plant. Doing so will reward you with a black nucleus. From the blue flower you have to turn to the right and start climbing the wall with the blue windows. Use the extrusions in order to recover your stamina and keep climbing up until reaching the ceiling. Then use the left wall in order to get on top of it. Then get on top of the small overhanging to the left and in its center you will find a platform. On top of it you have to execute a heavy attack and nearby will appear a black nucleus that next you can loot. From up here you have to go toward the mountain wall you will notice in the distance and jump down. In the center of the lower roof you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to be able to collect another black nucleus. At this point turn to the left and after the tree jump down between the buildings. Go all the way till the ground where you will find another oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal another black nucleus to loot. From here turn around and get over the boulder. Then proceed further staying along the right wall. This will lead you toward a blue plant from where you have to climb the wall on the right. Once you will reach the extrusion, use the lower one on the left in order to get on top of it. Up here you will find a smaller wall you have to climb on top of. This will allow you to reach the roof, in the middle of which there is a blue creature you have to pick up. From here you have to throw it down toward the blue plant on the ground. In exchange it will spit out a black nucleus that now you can loot. From here you have to turn around and go toward the building with the two pipes sticking out. Before reaching it, turn to the left and in front of a blue part of the building you will notice a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain another black nucleus. Now, on the right side of the blue part of the building you have to climb on top of the pipes. Keep climbing up until reaching a green passage. Explore its right side and between the bushes you will find a blue creature you have to pick up. Bring it slightly back and after the last bush place it down close to the wall. Now shoot with the Omnium hand cannon under the creature and climb on top of the platform. Then pick up again this creature and throw it inside the blue plant you will notice on top of the roof. If it will be too far away, it will become aggressive, so hide behind the blue plant so it will go inside. Once it will get close enough, the plant will eat him up, spitting out a gold nucleus that now you can loot. From the plant, go toward the mountain wall and jump down on the left side from a bush. Immediately below, in the middle of the green area, you will find a dandelion to destroy in order to obtain a black nucleus. For the next occasion, you have to turn around and climb back up the wall till reaching the roof where you found the blue plant. From here, turn to the right and get on top of the extrusion of the right wall. Keep climbing this wall until you will reach the next overhanging. Up here on the right you will find another wall with several extrusions you have to climb on and use the extrusions in order to recover your stamina. You need to go all the way up until reaching the roof. Once up here, turn around and look slightly up. In order to find a drone you have to shoot with a ranged weapon. This will result in releasing a gold nucleus that will start falling down. Follow it until you will be able to loot it above a small overhanging. From up here, turn around and start climbing the wall you will notice in front of you. Once you will reach the first roof, turn to the right and reach the overhanging. From its center, jump down toward the lower roof, where you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to loot. For the next occasion, turn to the left and behind the bushes jump down. Checking along the left building, you will notice a small cave you have to reach and attack with a fire weapon. This will result in revealing a black nucleus to collect. For the next occasion, turn around and go forward slightly to the right from the ruins. This will guide you toward a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain another black nucleus. For the next occasion, turn around and go toward the building that has a blue plant on the right. Use the ramps along the building in order to reach the plant. Then climb a little bit further in order to find a blue creature to pick up. From up here, go down toward the previous ramp. This action will leave the creature on the previous platform, but close enough to allow you to pick it up from the one you're standing on. Now go a little bit down and repeat the same action you did previously in order to bring the creature to the lower level. To finish, throw it inside the plant in order to be rewarded with a black nucleus. At this point you have to jump down and go to the right, staying close to the building. Here you will find a road and you have to follow it going to the right in order to find an oil plant to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal another black nucleus to collect. For the next occasion, turn to the left and reach the tree above the hill. Then reach the end of the fence to the right in order to find another oil plant to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal another black nucleus to collect. At this point on the left, reach the opposite side of the road and start climbing the building using the area with the windows. Keep climbing up until the first part of the roof, above which you will find another structure you have to climb on top of. Above it you will find another wall you have to climb on. This one will lead you toward the main roof of the building, where behind the bushes in the right corner you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to collect. For the next occasion, turn to the left and reach the higher building in front of you. Then, using the tree, boost yourself on top of the metallical part of the roof. Once up here, turn around and you will find a gold nucleus you will be able to obtain by boosting yourself with the jetpack. Now reach again the part of the roof where you used the tree, from where you have to go to the left and get behind the metallical structure. Here you will find a high roof you have to climb on top of. In the right side of it you will need to destroy a dandelion in order to be able to collect another black nucleus. Now jump down from the right corner of the building. All the way down on the right side from a red structure you will find a cave you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a gold nucleus within. From here behind you have to get on top of the road. From here you have to go to the left until you will reach the broken part of the road. Get on top of the higher part and start climbing the building you will notice on the left. After you will get on top of the windows, keep climbing up until you will reach the ceiling. Up here you have to go slightly to the right until reaching the cylindrical structure from where you will be able to reach the roof. Up here slightly to the left you will find a blue plant and you have to climb on top of the wall behind it. On top of this roof you will find several blue creatures hidden inside the bush that you have to pick up and throw back toward the blue plant. By doing so, the plant will spit out a black nucleus that next you can collect. For next, it's time to go back to the central right side of the map and use again the only space rift of the area. From here you have to turn around and jump down behind the space rift. Then reach the skyscraper with the blue areas in the middle. Before reaching it, turn to the left and get behind the building. Keep going forward, staying along the building wall in order to find a tiny passage to use next. This will allow you to reach the back side of the building, where you will be able to find a dandelion to destroy in order to collect the next black nucleus. Behind the dandelion location you will find a blue wall you have to climb on top of. Once you will reach its top, keep climbing up the white wall this time until the ceiling. Then go to the right until reaching the cylindrical part of the building, from where you will be able to reach the roof. Up here, on the right between the pillars, you will find a blue plant. Not far from it you will find a blue creature you have to pick up and toss inside the plant. By doing so, on the left side will spawn a black nucleus that now you can collect. From the plant, jump down toward the road and reach the opposite side of it, from where you have to jump further down and reach the corner of the building. At its feet you will find a brown cave you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to collect. At this point behind the cave you have to start climbing the wall and get on top of the pipes. Keep climbing up until reaching the wall with the blue windows. Get on top of this wall, then proceed further and climb the other blue area. Once above it, go to the right and start climbing the cylindrical part. From this side you will be able to reach the roof, from where on the left you will notice a tree and you have to climb on the wall behind it. Up here proceed a little bit further and you will reach an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal the next black nucleus to collect. Now turn around and jump down from the corner of the roof. Jump further down from the building and immediately below you will notice a dandelion you have to reach. Destroying one of the dandelion heads will allow you to collect a black nucleus within. From here proceed further toward the boulders and after them start climbing the right wall. After you will reach the first overhang, keep climbing up using the blue side. This way you will be able to recover your stamina on the extrusions. Keep climbing up until you will reach a white part of the wall and the ceiling. Up here you will need to go slightly to the right in order to be able to climb on top of the ceiling using the cylindrical part of the wall. Up here go slightly to the left and start climbing again a blue part. At the end of the blue part you will find another white one, at the end of which there is another ceiling. Similarly to the previous one, go to the right in order to be able to use a cylindrical part of the wall in order to get on top of the roof. Up here you will find a higher roof on the left that you have to get on top of. Now turn around and reach the corner of the overhanging. From here you have to use the jetpack in order to be able to reach a gold nucleus hovering in the mid-air slightly above. From the previous overhanging go to the right and jump down. Fly all the way down and land on top of the pipe. Enter inside the pipe and pick up a blue creature, then turn around. From up here you will be able to throw the creature inside the blue flower you will notice ahead. In exchange for doing so, it will spit out a black nucleus that now you can collect. Behind the flower you will need to use the ramps attached to the wall of the building in order to go up. After reaching the first floor, go on the opposite side of the platform and jump toward the road. Then turn to the right and behind the bushes you will find a blue plant. Now proceed further and after a tree you will find another road going to the left. Using it will guide you toward a blue creature you have to pick up and bring back toward the blue plant you found previously. Now toss it inside the plant in order to be rewarded with the black nucleus. Now going back in the direction from where you came from, jump down to the right. This will allow you to find between some boulders a mushroom puzzle. Start from jumping on top of the right small mushroom, then on top of the closest one of the same size. Follow it by the one slightly to the left uphill. Now turn around and reach the base of the right ruin. This will allow you to find a tiny mushroom that is the next one you have to jump on top of. Then turn to the left and jump on top of the second one you will notice here. Finally go slightly uphill and jump on top of the last big one. As a result, in the middle between the mushrooms will appear a gold nucleus that now you can loot. Now go to the right and get behind the ruined wall. This will allow you to notice a dandelion you have to reach and destroy in order to obtain the next black nucleus. From here look toward the huge teleport, then turn to the right. This will allow you to find a blue wall you have to start climbing on top of. After you will reach its top, start climbing the white wall, and after you will reach the ceiling, go to the right. From here you will be able to climb on top of the roof. In the middle of it, close to a tree, you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to collect. From the tree location you have to go to the right and jump down. Below you will find a road and you have to go to the right where you will notice a green platform. On top of it you have to execute a heavy attack and in exchange it will spawn a gold nucleus nearby. Now proceed further and after a series of bushes turn to the left. From here you have to look slightly up and you will notice a drone you have to shoot with a ranged weapon. Doing so will release a gold nucleus that will start falling down till reaching the ground in front of a broken wall. So you need to jump down and collect it at this point. For next location, go behind the wall slightly to the right. This will allow you to find close to the next building a cave you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to loot. Behind the cave you will find a passage between the buildings. At the end of it you have to use the passage going to the right in order to find a dandelion to destroy in order to obtain another black nucleus. Close to the dandelion you will find a building and you have to enter inside the left hole, then start climbing the wall with the pipes. Keep climbing till reaching the crossed metal rods. From where you have to get on top of the floor on the left where you will notice a blue creature. Underneath it you have to shoot with the Omnium hand cannon in order to create a platform. Get on top of the platform, pick up the creature and throw it toward the next level. Now get above this floor and hide behind the blue plant you will find here. Now wait until the blue creature will go toward you until it will get inside the blue flower. As a result, it will spit out a gold nucleus that now you can collect. Now turn around and jump down toward the road. Immediately underneath it, not far from a huge bush, you will find an oil plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal the next black nucleus to loot. Behind the huge bush you will find a building you have to start climbing. After the foundation, start using the blue part of the building and once in a while use the extrusions in order to recover your stamina. You will need to repeat this action several times until you will reach the roof. Up here you will find a metallical extrusion and you have to climb on top of the right wall from it. From here, behind the bush, get on top of the platform. Then jump on top of the left support. From where use the right platform in order to get on top of the metal structure. Up here in the middle you will find an old plant you have to attack with a fire weapon in order to reveal a black nucleus to collect. Now reach the opposite side of the platform and jump down. Using the jetpack, glide your way above the roof on the right where you will notice a blue plant. Next turn around and use the passage on the right side of the wall. At the end of this passage you will find a blue creature to pick up that next you have to toss inside the blue plant. In exchange for doing so, you will be rewarded with a black nucleus. For next location behind the blue plant, jump over the wall. All the way down, close to the tree base, you will find a dandelion you have to destroy in order to obtain another black nucleus. Not far from the dandelion, on the other side of a road, you will find a blue creature to pick up. Bring it slightly to the left and toss it inside the area surrounded by metallical supports. Next, get inside this area and hide behind the plant from the blue creature. This will lure it inside the plant and as a result you will be rewarded with a black nucleus by doing so.